Health Watch is presented by UMass Memorial Healthcare. Here, caring for you.
Antibiotics are medicines that are designed principally to kill bacteria. Antibiotics will not work against all infections. Antibiotics as a general class refers more to, and maybe we should call them antibacterials, because they will help with most bacterial infections, but viral infections they'll have absolutely no effect on.
What does the term antibiotic resistance mean?
The resistance means that you have a bacteria that we might give you a drug that 50 years ago would have worked on that type of bacteria, but now that bacteria has developed a way to get around that antibiotic.
How does a doctor know when to prescribe an antibiotic?
I know as a physician that it's very tricky and that antibiotics themselves can have side effects. So I usually go to somebody who's impartial, somebody who's not invested emotionally in that sick person to help me make that decision for me.
We always hear that someone's been on an antibiotic for a couple of days and that he or she is good. What does this mean?
It's not always true. So especially if it's the kind of thing where little Billy's been on it, he had it for 2 days, I've got half of it left over. He might seem good right now, but ultimately there's a good chance that there's something that's still living in him that has just been strong enough to get by without being killed by the antibiotic.
How important is it for a person to take an entire antibiotic prescription?
Because of the ability of these bacteria to, some of them survive and to mutate, you really want to make sure you take all of it to kill them all so that they don't come back stronger than ever.
How does a person know when they need an antibiotic?
If you've had a fever and you've had it for a couple of days and it doesn't seem to be getting better, that's a time to talk to your provider, your healthcare provider. Generally speaking, if you're a relatively healthy person most of the time, it's hard for you to know whether or not you need an antibiotic.